Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. I'm trying something here because I'm not doing wonderful, but I'm doing better than I was earlier. I've had a migraine all day. My migraines usually last anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. So I'm not doing wonderful, but I have achieved a point where I can sit here in my room with the light coming in this way, as long as I don't do the stupid stuff and stare in that direction like I just tried to do. It's not that bad. I got the screen dimmish, the lights are off, I'm actually surviving. So I thought either or, we'll give it a shot, so son of a gun. Now in my case, would I rather be a horse jockey or a NASCAR driver? It would have to be NASCAR because I'd feel horrible about, number one, being a jockey because I'd have to smack a horse, and number two, I'm not tiny. Any jockey would beat me. I'm 5'11", so I'd rather be a NASCAR driver. And I'm sure the reasons are much different for most people who would rather be a NASCAR driver. But you've heard my reasons why, so that's not that bad. It's 5:39 p.m. I woke up at a little over 12 hours ago, unsure of whether it was a migraine that woke me up or if once I was awake, I was just aware of my migraine. I've been in my room hiding all day, and it's been very painful. Oh. Well, to be honest, I'd rather smell on this side. You know, I'm not a farmer, but what can you say? Well, apparently I am on the majority still. Son of a gun, huh? Given a choice, would much rather not smell of either, of course, but there you go. Oh. I already always disappoint people, even though that's misspelled, but would I rather disappoint people or anger people? As long as it was for different reasons, it's hard to say. Well, like I say, I already always disappoint everyone, so I might as well choose that one. Huh. I'm on the... Well, you know, when it comes down to people yelling at you or not, if you hate confrontation and conflict, I'll choose the disappointment side, as long as they don't yell. Would I rather be a dead animal or a narwhal? I'd rather be an animal that's alive. I don't want to be an animal that's been dead for a long time. Apparently everybody wants to be long dead, but that's okay. That's their choice. Their choice to be a fossil fuel right now. You know, if you're a dinosaur right now, you're inside of a gas tank. Oh well. Watch my parents be murdered in front of me, or murder the parents of another family in front of their children. You know, if you're going to embrace your inner monster, you know, why not just get into it? Yeah, I'd rather murder someone else's family. You know, just get into it. Really get into it. Don't just use a butcher knife, use a dull butcher knife. Huh. I bet not for the particular reasons that they chose the same reason, huh? Eat a 5-course meal in front of 10 starving children, or steal the bucket from 5. Oh, I'd rather steal the bucket. Because I'd give the bucket to the 10 starving children so that the kids would have money and so they could eat. I mean, that sounds great. Why would that be a problem? Good Lord. There's no moral question involved here. To be honest, I don't know, actually. Because my wife really liked Pepsi, and I'll like Pepsi one time, and then I'll like Coke, and then I'll like Pepsi. Right now, I don't drink sodas at all, so I don't know. Coke? So at least I'm in the majority for reasons that I'm quite sure don't exist. Or something like that. Oh, I already do this one. I am a two-finger typer. I can type 104 words per minute. I type with this finger on this hand and this finger on this hand, and I use my thumb alternately to smack the keyboard. As stated, I can type 104 words per minute with no errors, looking up and down at what I'm doing, going there like this and double checking, and I can just whip through it. I don't mind typing with just two fingers. That's easy. I do that now. Gosh. And two more on the other side. Fools. Light your hands on fire for a minute, or light your feet on fire. I'd rather light my feet on fire. Don't ask me why. I think it's because I use my hands. But that's right. I use my hands more for grasping things. I just walk on my feet. So, be forced to attend school for your entire, or be forced to marry people marry their distant cousins all the time now. People accidentally marry cousins, and as long as it's not like an immediate cousin, there's not even a problem genetically. Hell yeah, I'd marry a distant cousin. We do that stuff all the time. We're all distant cousins on the face of our planet. We all have a common ancestor, so why is there even a problem with that one? Have 20 million YouTube subscribers or produce a blog. Well, if I was going to be involved in a movie, I'd rather not produce. I'd want to be the one in front of the camera. So yeah, I'd rather have 20 million of you. I get to entertain people on a daily basis with my channel, where with a movie, it comes and goes. I'd much rather have 20 million YouTube subscribers. I'm happy with what I have. Thank you all very, very much. You are beautiful, awesome people. It's awesome that I passed 100,000 just the other day. How did that happen? I never thought I'd have more than 5 subscribers, and look at this. Thank you all so very much. So yeah, I'm glad I'm in the majority, but probably for different reasons than they chose. It is 5:45 p.m. If I could rewrite history, no such thing as music or no such thing as art. Well, forgetting the fact that music is art. Yeah. Either way, there would be no human history if you got rid of either of these. If you could rewrite history, history would be so different, it would be beyond imagining. I cannot imagine what life would be like without music, because music is what helped bring our people together as people. We used music for oral history. If you get rid of, because people couldn't write, you had to pass it on through speech. And we did that through song and music. Without that, there is no history. Either one of these things changes humanity to such a degree we would not even recognize what the new species would be. We would not be anything close to what we are now. It is all music and art, remembering they're together, is so closely intertwined with all of human history, we would be unrecognizable. So either way, it does not matter. I'm not even taking a look at that one. Be Alexander the Great or be Chinggis Khan? Well, Chinggis Khan was an incredible man, and even though he was also a terrible man, he did manage to unite most of a bloody continent, whereas Alexander the Great was just another guy from a feuding city-state. All their city-states were individual states. There was no such country as Greece. Each city-state was an individual city-state at war with every other city-state. What we call nations now, back in the beginning of history, they didn't have that. So I'd much rather be Chinggis Khan. Oh, you fools. I think it's a race in this case. I have no idea. Be a cyborg or be an animal-human fusion thing? You make that sound so enticing. An animal-human fusion thing. Okay. If they make that a little better, so it's like be an animal-human hybrid. You know, with the intelligence of a human and the extra abilities of the beast. Let's go with that instead of animal-human fusion thing. Either way, though, I would much rather be a cyborg. To be honest, I'd love to have headwear. I'd love to have, you know, computer stuff on just the one eye. I'd love to have the headwear. Jack into things. What's that one game? Cyberware. Oh God, it's a cyberware game, but it's Cyberpunk 2020, and now it's Cyberpunk 2077. I'd love that. I used to play those cyberpunk games way back when in the 80s. Those are freaking awesome. Yeah, hell, I'd love to carve out space. Put the little powered computer inside of your head, and then it goes doo-doo-doo, and you got the screen, and you can flick around things with that. That'd be awesome. Hell, I'd be a cyber. I'd pay to be a cyborg. Let's take a look. Yeah. Glad to see I'm in the majority, though I'm quite sure. Speak every language except the language of the current country. Oh, so you forget the language of every country that you currently move through, but you only know. Okay, you're just saying is you just magically know the language of any country you happen to be in. One of them you know every language but the country you're in. One of them you know only the language of the country you're in. That shouldn't be so hard for you to write that out that way. You know, because you can travel to any country in the world you want, I'd rather go with that one. I'm quite sure it's different reasons for them, but travel. You'll instantly know the language where you are. Who cares if you don't speak the language? If for a day you don't speak English, but you only speak German, who cares? You leave Germany, you go back to the United States, suddenly you're speaking English again. Come on, people, think these things out. Oh, that was not a good feeling. I wish I hadn't twisted my head like that. Yay! Wear pants too high or pants too low? You see, these are both. Well, this one, pants too high, that's like, you know, the old man pulling them up around his armpits. Pants too low, they make low rider pants, except it's usually not guys that wear low rider pants, and you gotta have a body for it. I mean, you don't want to have Dunlap's disease. That's where your belly Dunlap over your belt. You don't want to have your belly lapping over your belt and having really low-riding jeans at the same time. That is such an awful thing. I would rather wear my pants too high, thank you. I'm in the majority, but probably for different reasons. You can do that. There is Zach Anner. He's got cerebral palsy, I believe it is. He has traveled almost the entire world, and he still travels the country doing not TV, but he's doing videos for all sorts of YouTube channels. He's traveling around the United States, and he has traveled the world in a wheelchair. He can't walk. And yet, he's not letting his cerebral palsy stop him. So yeah, I'd rather travel the world in a wheelchair because I've seen a guy do it. So son of a gun. Spend your whole life in the same 200-mile radius. I would much rather not be agoraphobic. I mean, I know that's not agoraphobia, but still. Be a nerd or... I would much rather entertain my brain and ignore my body than entertain my body and ignore my brain. I'll be a nerd, thank you. Yell a swear between every word or get punched in the face after every time you swear. Well, in the one case, you can be totally incomprehensible because no one's going to listen to you ever, or get punched in the face whenever you forget and swear. Find out your girlfriend is pregnant immediately, or find out that you can I'd rather find out I could never have kids again. Who cares if you reproduce or not? I almost had a vasectomy when I was like in my 19s and 20s. Would that have changed the fact now? Would that have changed the fact? I mean, of course it would change the fact that I'm not speaking English. I have 3 children. Of course it would change the fact that I would have no kids if I'd had a vasectomy back then. But it doesn't change my view on that. Whether I'd have my 3 kids or whether I'd had a vasectomy and have none, I don't care. They're both equal. I mean, I love my kids, but if I'd had a vasectomy, I never would have known it. So, yeah, I'd much rather do that one. I know I'd clicked it again, but still. Master every programming language or master every spoken language? Well, that's a feat that's incredible because there are still over 3,000 languages on the planet. So I would much rather speak every language on the planet. Programming is nice, but I don't know how to program. I mean, intelligence and coming up with ideas stuff. Snort a tablespoon of cinnamon or eat 25 toenails. I would much rather eat 25 toenails because cinnamon would hurt. I mean, cinnamon is painful as it is, so yeah, give me the toenails. Put them in a brownie. They're just extra chunky. Hell yeah. Oh, no, I'll do that one. There you go. It doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, go to a distant planet or travel through time. It's not saying you can come back or be able to affect anything. I'd much rather go to a distant planet. I want to go see what's out there in the world. Travel through time, there's no guarantee you'd even be able to remember it. Sleep on an... Oh, well, hell yeah. I don't care if someone died and things. People have died somewhere on the face of the entire planet. It doesn't matter. Now, let's see. Be a Jedi. Well, I'd rather be a Jedi. I don't like injustice. So why would I want to be a master of injustice? No. I'd rather be a Jedi just because I have a sense of... We've already done that one. Let's take this as a given that it's time to let this one pass. So thank you so much for watching. If you could toss me a like, that would be awesome. I do appreciate all the positive validation I can get. If you could check out my links, I've got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+, my blog. That'd be awesome if you could check those out. My thanks to everybody who's donated to my GoFundMe, and my thanks to everybody who has become a Patreon.com patron of mine. Thank you so very much. I've been able to stay here in this house because of you. Thank you so very much. If you cannot donate or simply do not donate, I take all donations of goodwill to the bank of my heart where I draw interest on the donation. So thank you very, very much. If you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool, but I would understand if you don't want to. I'm a weird older guy. I'm set in my ways. My personality has rubbed people wrong my whole life. I'd understand if you don't want to subscribe. I'd understand if you don't want to watch, but if you are down for it, I'll do my damnedest to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. So son of a gun, you take care today. I do enjoy these. They're interesting questions, most of them. Some of them just ridiculous, but I like the ones where you really have to think. So you take care. I'll see you on the flip side. My head is getting better, but I think I need to go and lie down for a while. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing.